They say divorce is like a death, but the world expects you to move on faster. People tell you you'll be fine, or time heals everything. But they don't see the quiet moments, the silence that fills the spaces once filled with laughter. The quiet evenings, the empty bed, the texts that never come anymore. You go from being we to just me. And that shift, it shakes your entire sense of who you are. Loneliness after divorce isn't just about missing someone. It's about missing who you used to be when you were with them. The shared routines, the inside jokes, the comfort of having someone who always listened. You start questioning everything. Who am I now? What do I even like doing? And maybe the hardest part? Will I ever feel whole again? But loneliness doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. It means your heart is still capable of feeling deeply. It means you cared, and that's something to be proud of. Today, let's talk honestly about what this loneliness really feels like and how you can slowly rebuild your world, piece by piece, until it feels like home again. Understanding the loneliness. After divorce, everything changes. Your routines, your social circle, even your identity. You might wake up one day and not know what to do with your morning anymore. The bed feels too big. The house feels too quiet. Friends pick sides. Family stops asking questions. And suddenly, you're left with just you. That can feel terrifying, like being dropped in the middle of nowhere without a map. You might find yourself trying to stay busy, anything to avoid the silence. But here's the truth. Avoiding loneliness doesn't heal it. Recognizing it does. Sitting with it. Naming it. Telling yourself, yes, I feel lonely, and that's okay. You don't have to stay strong all the time. You don't have to act like you're over it just because months have passed. Healing doesn't follow a calendar. It follows your heart, and hearts take time. You're not weak for feeling lonely. You're simply adjusting to a new version of life, one that's unfamiliar but full of potential. Rebuilding your support system. After divorce, it's hard to lose that person you shared everything with. The one you called first when something funny happened, or when something went wrong. That emotional anchor disappears, and you're left wondering who to turn to now. So it's time to start rebuilding your network. Not by replacing that person, but by reconnecting with people who make you feel alive again. Start small. Message that friend you haven't talked to in months. Say yes to that dinner invitation. Join a hobby group or attend a local event, even if it feels awkward at first. It might not happen overnight, but the right people will find you when you start showing up for life again. And here's something to remember. You're not the only one going through this. There are countless others walking the same path quietly, feeling the same ache, just waiting for someone to say, "Me too." Connection doesn't always have to come from love or romance. It can come from community, shared laughter, or simply being understood. You don't have to face this alone. You just have to take the first step to not be alone. Finding comfort in solitude. Loneliness and solitude aren't the same thing. Loneliness drains you. It makes you feel forgotten. But solitude restores you. When you start spending time with yourself, doing things you love, rediscovering your passions, journaling your thoughts, you'll begin to see that solitude isn't punishment, it's power. Learn to enjoy your own company again. Cook a meal just for yourself. Take a long walk without your phone. Redecorate your space, not for anyone else, but for you. Every small act of self-care tells your mind, I'm still here, and I still matter. At first, being alone might feel uncomfortable, but eventually, those moments of quiet start to feel peaceful. You'll notice how capable you actually are. And one day you'll wake up and realize that you don't need someone else to fill your world with meaning, because you've already begun creating that meaning for yourself. Healing at your own pace. Healing doesn't follow a schedule. Some days you'll feel strong, ready to take on the world again. Other days, a song, a scent, or an old memory will bring everything crashing back. Both are part of the process. You might see others moving on faster, smiling sooner, dating again, and you'll wonder why it's taking you longer. But remember this, your journey is yours. Don't compare timelines. You're not behind. You're healing at your own pace, and that's enough. Healing isn't about forgetting. It's about remembering without breaking. It's about learning to hold the past with love, but not letting it define your future. So when those hard days come, and they will, don't be too hard on yourself. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of how far you've already come. Because every time you choose peace over pain, every time you choose calm over chaos, you're reclaiming your story. The new beginning. Divorce may end a chapter, but it doesn't end your story. It's not the end of love. It's the rediscovery of it, beginning with yourself. This loneliness you feel right now, it's not permanent. It's just the space between who you were and who you're becoming. Maybe for the first time in years, you get to decide. What do you want? Who do you want to be? What kind of life makes you feel whole again? Be kind to yourself as you figure it out. There's no rush to fill the emptiness. Sometimes the quiet you're feeling right now is exactly what your soul needs to rebuild. One day soon, you'll look back on this version of yourself, the one that felt lost and broken, and you'll realize that was the version that saved you. You're learning to live again, not as half of something, but as whole, all on your own. And that's a strength no one can ever take from you.